return and chipped it aggressively past Martina. That's a lovely shot.
First service.
At this point, Steve, I really feel that Martina should spread her shoulders and hit those serves.
You got to. Both players tensed up a little, I guess, there. Martina staying back behind the serve and Hannah netting a return.
Whoa.
Let's have a look at this. Martina stayed back behind another first serve. Hannah came in cross court and Martina used the angle to go down the line for a winner.
Uh-oh. She can get it. Two superb athletes.
40-15.
It's 40-15. Go.
Steve, it's perfectly understandable why Martina would be gun-shy and why she would be discriminating to follow her serve up to the net.
I agree.
This one, she made a nice first volley. That's must be said. But Hannah on the run can be so dangerous.
Woo!
Well, Martina has 6 consecutive first serves in this game, and she stands at deuce.
She was 40-15, and now Mandlikova 2 points from winning the set.
And she had set point in the first set, but
Not enough. Pam Shriver watching her doubles partner.
Along with her mother, Margot Shriver.
Right in back of Pam, that's right, with the glasses. Also a lady of great height and distinction.
Gee.
Oh, boy.
Second deuce.
Martina can only shake her head at returns like this.
Boy, they're ripping each other. And Martina stayed back again. Fearful of the return?
I'm sure that's why she's staying back.
Gee.
Extraordinary disguise. You just don't know if Hannah's going to slice it, hit it flat, hit it angled.
Third deuce. Third time she's been 2 points from winning the set.
Hannah standing up a bit too straight. She came off that ball a little early. That's what happens when you get nervous.
Fifth game point for Martina.
That's funny. Someone has just decided to walk out. It's a boring match.
Can't stand the suspense. I think it's wide, yes. And it's deuce number 4.
well, that would have been a miracle. Mandlikova had played such a good return. If Martina had made that volley.
Well, we've seen some shot-making miracles this afternoon. Anna Mandlikova, 4th time she's been within tasting distance of this set. 2 points away. jammer.
I thought so.
Second ball, huh?
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the Hannah then in turn let up just a little. I think she tensed up. She had a little time, but it was in close to the body, so I'm sure it was a combination of the two.
So, a squirmer, but Navratilova hangs in 5-all. 4 deuces.
And 1 or 2 very understandable nervous shots from Hannah.
5 games all. Navratilova leading 7-5, 5-all. Semi-final. The final will surely be an OVA affair. Sukova is already there. There's ace 4.
You know, Steve, a few times that Martina has overrun shots like that, I think that she expects a more dramatic angle from Hannah. She expects a better hit ball.
That's right. That could have been angled more severely, and that's exactly why she overran it.
Boy.
No two ways about that one. A knifing backhand.
Great service game for Hannah. Here she slices Martina wide, gets the high chip return, and takes care of business.
I would say that was her best serve volley point of the match. She closed well. She hit it with authority. She didn't overhit. 40 love. Oh! Nope, it's wide. 6-5 for Mandlikova. So the joint is roaring as Martina Navratilova will try to serve herself into a tiebreaker when we return to the Garden. It's a shake, rattle, and roller at the Garden. And it ain't Duran Duran or Twisted Sister or anybody else. A couple of Czechoslovak sisters, though, who are twisting us out of shape with their tennis. It is spectacular. Martina Navratilova has been very close to losing this match. If you look back in this term, she had a set point against her in the first set, could have lost that. And Mandlikova has been so close to winning the second set, 2 points away on several occasions. But Martina, when the fire is pushed into her face, extinguishes it. She meets the challenge. We're seeing greatness out here today. 40 love. One more stroke and it will be a tiebreaker. And so, it is tingle time, tiebreaker time.
6 games all. The tiebreaker.
And so the match either ends in this passage or enters a third set. Mandlikova will lead off. This is lingering death. Must win by 2. She'll serve the first point, and then Navratilova the next 2, and each player thereafter, 2 points at a time. It's out. And so, a mini break point. 1-0 for Navratilova. Two points to 0.
2-0
for Navratilova. And the break, the mini break regained. 2 points to 1 for Navratilova.
1-2.
And Mandlikova to serve. Oops, and another mini break.
And I thought a beautifully chipped return from Martina, short angled near the sideline, putting Hannah in a very awkward position.
3 points to 1 for Navratilova.
But Martina's lost 3 of 4 previous tiebreakers against Hannah Mandlikova.
She'll have it, but she doesn't do anything with it. 3 points to 2 for Navratilova after a brilliant sprint.
Well, you were so right, Bud. She made the sprint and didn't do, she set her up with a high volley, which is very surprising. She chipped it up high when you seemed like she had time to do more with the ball.
She actually had too much time, perhaps more than she anticipated. 3 points to 2, Navratilova with the lead and with the serve. Navratilova 4 points to 2.
I'm sure it was, but she just couldn't make up her mind. She hesitated for a second because she thought Martina might come in. Martina instead hung back behind the serve, and Hannah chipped into the bottom of the net.
Well put. A moment of indecision, and what a costly one. 4-2. 4 points to 2 for Navratilova. Serve again. 4 points to 3 for Navratilova.
What a great passing shot. The first volley practically hit the baseline. Hannah ran around the backhand and drilled the forehand into the clear.
Even on serve. 4 points to 3 for Navratilova.
Look where Martina's standing, but to return serve. She's moved way over near the center service line.
Way inside, a yard inside. Is this gamesmanship? Well, she set it up beautifully for herself. 4 points all, however.
She might have gotten a little careful with the return on the chip. Possibly could have done a bit more with it, but still had a volley well within her range.
4 points all. Nearly 16,000 people reacting appreciatively excitedly. Ball was a fault. Well, Martina had the opening. She rushed it.
She did, but she did a good low backhand return with a chip. She had time to set up for the backhand down the line. And you take a look right now what happens. Good low chip makes her lift the volley. Martina flattened out her stroke. She really didn't get the roll that she needed.
5 points to 4 for the receiver, Mandlikova. Wide. 5 points off. Mary Carrillo on the floor, ready to interview if that is the case. If it doesn't end here in the breaker, she'll be right back with us. 5 points all.
Is short, and match point is with us. 6 points to 5 for Navratilova as the first bad lob of the match.
Yes, it was a terrible lob, so short. I would have thought she would have gone for one of her, probably the sharply angled cross-court pass, but instead she just puts up the short lob.
Mandlikova lobbing so well. This is match point against her. Woo! And Navratilova blows it.
She hit such a phenomenal return. Then came in for a high backhand volley. She wouldn't see her miss 1 out of 10 times, but take a look at Hannah was trapped in no man's land. All Martina had to do was punch the volley in the corner, which ordinarily is routine, but it was such a big point. She pressed, and now Hannah saved the match point back to 6-all.
6 points all. Wildness in the garden.
Mandlikova to serve.
So now, set point against Martina.
She has missed out on a match point, and she is pinched by a set point.
Left.
The ball grazed the tape.
Another.
That was a phenomenal first serve under pressure.
I'll say.
She couldn't have hit her slice wide any better than that. And you can hardly even blame Hannah for mishitting. She had to take a chance, so she did. Went with her topspin, mishit it wide.
7 points all. The gallery of fire calling out, come on, Martina, come on, Hannah.
But an orderly crowd.
And 8 points to 7. Service winner to the backhand. And Hannah Mandlikova will face a second match point.
8 points to 7 for the receiver, Martina.
This is going to be such a difficult second serve.
Martina well inside the baseline.
And she got the other baseline. It's over. 9 points to 7. Martina Navratilova into the final. A strange scene on the second match point. Both women at the baseline in a rally.
Unbelievable.
How could you imagine it would end like that? And then Martina slugs one that bounds off the far baseline, and Mandlikova can't handle it. Martina Navratilova, whom we will see again in the doubles final, wins it, pressed, pushed, goaded, and responding as a champion. 7-5, 7-6, 9 points to 7 in the tiebreaker. A rewarding afternoon for this record crowd. For women's tennis, 15,786 at Madison Square Garden, and Mary Carrillo will be with Martina, who is going to be very brief about it because she must shower and return for the doubles championship match with Pam Shriver against Claudia Kota-Kilsch and Helena Sukova. A stirring match, a match in which there was very little between either woman, and Mandlikova holding a set point in both sets. Let's go, Mary Carrillo.
Martina, I get the feeling you wanted that match.
I wanted it bad. We both had some lucky breaks. Hannah broke the string on the break point, set point down. That ball could have gone in. Of course, when you break the string, the ball takes off like a trampoline. So I was just happy that I got through it.
What about that first match point?
Oh my God, I can't believe I missed it. I thought she would be hauling behind, to get to the backhand, because that was the open court, and she just stayed there. And it was an awkward shot, but of course I'd make 9 out of 10, but match point up. I thought I hit a winner off the return. I didn't know that she was going to get the ball back, and then it was an awkward shot, but of course I should have made it. I was really upset.
Between your play and Hannah's, you had the three of us up in the booth acting like blithering idiots trying to explain what we were seeing.
Just being yourselves? Are you?
We were just being ourselves. Tell us what it was like trying to face the shots that Hannah was coming up with.
Hannah's just going for broke. She's hitting her forehand at 100 miles an hour, and I really didn't know where to serve. I just changed it up some at the end of the second set. I stayed back on some first serves even, and just tried to mix it up. She was just teeing off on the ball. And I think me staying back helped, because then she wasn't sure if I was coming in, and she had to sort of keep her eye on me and miss some returns. So, it was just a lottery to get out there.
Too bad it wasn't 3 out of 5.
Well, I think it would have taken some of the pressure off, because it's not match points. The match goes on 3 out of 5. I actually wanted to play Hannah 3 out of 5 because it allows you to relax a little bit. Every point is not such a huge point, but it probably would have had the same effect. I mean, I think we probably would have been out there for another 2 hours at least.
Hot stuff, Martina.
Thank you.
Great stuff, bud.
Thank you, Martina Navratilova. And Mary Carrillo and Martina will be in that singles final. She is in the doubles final, which we will see shortly. This is the Virginia Slims Tennis Championships from Madison Square Garden. I'm really pleased that we were sitting here for that one, and I know you must have been too at home. It was splendid. It was not perhaps a great match from the standpoint of perfection at all times, Steve Flink, would you say that? But it was so exciting, and it rose to heights.
It did, but I thought it was a awfully good match.
Now that's high praise from Steve Flink. When Steve Flink says it was an awfully good match, you can be sure it's probably one of the best matches you've ever seen.
I thought the tennis,
a severe but accurate critic.
Well, I thought the tennis was awfully good, but I mean, Hannah cracked a little in the second set and began to miss a few returns, but they were coming at each other full steam.
Would you agree that they rose to heights beyond which no one's going to go?
I thought so. There were such great moments, and somehow, but they seem to do it now almost every time they step on the court against each other. You remember last year's match at Amelia Island when Martina somehow climbed out of 2-4 in the third to come up with a victory, and today was a similar thing. Set point down in both sets, Martina wins.
So let's return to match point. It is 8 points to 7 in the tiebreaker for Martina, the receiver, crowding in on the return. And they get locked in a baseline rally.
Well, Martina chickened out a little there, but on the return.
She was coming here.
But here she comes in on a great forehand. I think she wanted to come up the return, but couldn't get herself to do it.
So let's go down to Bob Wolf with Hannah Mandlikova.
Hannah, you did yourself proud. That was great tennis, and I just thought you were superb. And you're right, you had Martina backed against the wall. First set, second set, tiebreaker.
Well, was not good enough. I guess I lost, but I just saw that was a couple points different between winning and losing today, and I think it was a good match. And she was a little bit lucky on the set points. I had set point in the first set, 5-3, and I lost my serve, and then I had set points again in the second. So I just think it was a couple points different today.
That's the way it looked. Well, now your last get-together with Martina and this get-together, I think you're creating the impression in the tennis fraternity that you and Martina are just about on even terms. Might not over the past, but right now, what do you think?
Well, don't forget Chris. She's still there.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that the players are just very, I believe that Martina, myself, and Chris are the three best players in the world right now. But the rest of the girls are very good also. They're really improving, and I believe it's great competition.
It certainly is. Boy, your forehand was whistling this afternoon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you did yourself proud. My congratulations. You lost, but you still won a lot of hearts today.
Thank you.
And now let's go back up to Bud.
Okay, Hanna Mandlikova, Bob Wolf, and here's a sad note. I feel very sad, but we're going to have to say goodbye to our viewers on the USA Network. We were pleased to be with you, all you people out in Berea, Ohio, and other places on the USA Network. And we're sorry you're not staying for the doubles, but you probably got something to do anyway.